Miss March! Another letter has arrived for you. Miss March!
Mrs. Kirk, the money you ordered is on the kitchen table.
Thank you, Professor. Christopher Columbus, another publisher. Another rejection?
I have no idea. I do not read your letters. But they keep arriving and I keep bringing them to you.
And I keep hoping.
We all keep hoping for your success, Miss March. The entire boarding house keeps hoping, whoever's all on edge.
My dear Miss March, I read your story. Well, he's read it. Unfortunately, I found your tale tasteless and vulgar, not at all suitable for my readers. My advice to you...
My advice to you is to return home and have babies. This is what women are made for. Sincerely, F. Putnam.
22.
22?
22 rejections since I've been in New York. They all say the same thing, go home, give up.
F. Putnam is an idiot. His words are stupid.
F. Putnam is one of the most powerful publishers in the city.
You cannot lose faith, Miss March. There will be somebody who will like your story, I'm certain of it.
Professor Bhaer, is it possible I could read my story to you? I would so respect your opinion.
Yes, of course.
Actually, it's one of my best. It's a mean and stormy night. The moors are bleak and bloody. Thunder claps. Lightning strikes. The fair Clarissa, her clothes in disarray, races across the wild coastal heath. Now she stops. Now she runs. Will she escape? Will she be caught? With bold determination, the villainous aristocrat Braxton Prendergast lurches for her. There's no escape. She's but a child, and yet she turns to fight with eyes ablaze. This noble girl meets his gaze unafraid. She will not be defiled. Keep away from me, you wretch!
I cannot keep away. Your beauty draws me. Your passion ignites me. I've got to hold you.
I defy you.
Got to have you.
Let me buy you.
Come close.
Don't come too close.
Come close.
Don't come too close.
So close, so close
to me.
I'll have her, and the mother too.
That's Roland's Rodrigo appeared the magnificent splendor.
Unhand that woman, villain!
Who are you?
I am your destiny, your bitterest foe. You stole what was rightly mine 10 long years ago. You left me cold, alone and forgotten. Now I'm back to settle the score.
Miss March! Tell me, what is it you're writing here?
Blood and gut stuff. It's all the rage. The magazines and periodicals are full of it.
Violence and seduction on every page.
Read Shakespeare. Read history. Read the newspapers.
It's getting late. Perhaps it is best we pursue this some other time.
No, I want to know what you think, Professor.
Blood and guts stuff? What do you think the world wants to hear? If I've noticed nothing else about you, Miss March, I've noticed that you're unique. Something you should try not to forget. I think you can do better.
Better? And who are you anyway? Aging German Professor Costa 50?
I'm 34.
34, really? Well, you look a lot older.
I worry a lot.
And just what do you worry about?
Oh, to avoid a conversation such as this. Now I will go to dinner. Miss March, since you've been here, 6 weeks now, is it? You shout, you rant, you've set the whole order of this boarding house. I am a serene and peaceful man.
You're aloof. You're arrogant.
Arrogant? Miss March, I spoke my mind, as you spoke yours. Well, obviously it was not appreciated on either side.
Obviously! My stories were a great success and conquered! Better! Better than what? Better than this dazzling plot! Better! This story will be my king Lear! Which phrase is better? Better than him! Better! Even my smallest whim is better! How can what he said to me be true? If I don't succeed, what will I do? Turn around, go back to Concord, leave New York behind unconquered? No, how dare he make me doubt the way I feel? Doubt that each thrilling page is who I am. Aren't these words alive with passion? Vivid as my attic, where it all began.
Joe, the girls at school were horrible to me. Charlotte Benton said my dress was ragged and my nose was flat. Joe, I hate being a governess. I should be meeting eligible young men. It's going to be a dismal Christmas, but with Father away and no money for presents. Meg, Amy, Joe has a surprise for us.
Or was I better when I was home? Listen, everyone, I have risen to the occasion this year and written us an operatic tragedy.
And we're going to perform it for Christmas. No, I can't. Not with my flat nose.
Joe, do you really think we should? What with this awful war? When have we let anything defeat us? Years from now, people will talk about us. One Christmas Eve, 4 penniless and ragged sisters put on an operatic tragedy for all of Concord.
Oh, no!
Filled with blood and guts. 2 massacres, a masked ball, and several heart-wrenching scenes. In the lights, the crowd will hush. Start the overture and Beth will surely blush. But when Clarissa starts to plead, Christmas will exceed our finest dreams.
Joe, do I die again in this one?
Yes, Maggie will die like none before. The world will shudder when your body hits the floor. But when Rodrigo makes you bleed, Christmas will exceed our finest dreams. Yes, Clarissa, passion is permissible. This tragedy depends upon the fire in your eyes. And then when you're the mother, you'll be noble, you'll be pure. All hearts will melt the moment mother cries. Let us begin. Aha!
Mother, dear mother, do not cry.
No! Expression, Amy! From the heart! Mother, dear mother, do not cry!
Mother, dear mother! Joe, I am teased and ridiculed in school, and all that concerns you is your silly little tragedy.
I know you're tired. I know it's hard. But we will triumph when Rodrigo yells on guard. Our success is guaranteed. Christmas will be thrilling. Christmas will be gory. Christmas will exceed our finest dreams. I made an important decision today. As you all know, I've been writing stories forever with much satisfaction. People seem to like what I write.
We love it, Joe.
Absolutely. So I've decided I'm going to become a world-renowned writer. I shall write great books and earn barrels of money, and I'll give you all everything you ever dreamed of.
Joe!
Anything. But promise to remain just as we are, solid like a fortress. No matter whatever happens, we must promise it'll always be the 4 Mark sisters. Forever! Hooray! Come, let's rehearse.
Mother, dear mother, do not cry.
I've got my clothes and my mustache made their spirit soar. My entrance door with curtains of Christmas will be free. I'll show them all no see. A dress of button free, ready to take with me. present! Another!
I want you to get us a Christmas tree.
Rodrigo, chop them down immediately.
Where?
There, across the road.
But that's on Mr. Lawrence's property. You'll go to prison for it.
Prison? What care I for prison?
Joe is an incredible human being. Oh, look, it's Mr. Lawrence. I was standing by the window glaring out. He looks sinister. I think he looks sad. I wouldn't be sad living in such a house. Has anyone ever been inside? He never let any of us in. Well, they say he's a very angry and bitter man. But Joe is going to get us all in deathly trouble. We'll be known as the family with the criminal sister.
What criminal sister?
Marmee, you're home.
What's happening here?
Joe has written us an operatic tragedy. And she's inviting all of Concord to come see us perform it. And I'm the mother in it. And I died, but oh, it's a beautiful death. And I play Clarissa, who's very sweet.
Well, it sounds wonderful.
Oh, Marmee, it's Joe's best. Tell us about your day.
Well, we knitted socks and blankets for the Soldiers' Aid Society. And a letter came from Father.
A letter from Father. Read it to us, Marmee.
Where's Joe?
She's outside. Read the letter, Marmee.
We'll wait for Joe.
She may be ours.
I want to hear all the things you did today.
Return!
Joe!
Marmee!
Where did you get that tree?
I borrowed it from Mr. Lawrence.
Joe, you didn't.
I took it for us, Marmee.
You'll take it back immediately.
Take it back? That's like bringing back a chicken after you've chopped off its head.
Do let us keep it. Oh, it's Christmas, Marmee.
No! Destroying someone else's property?
Well, we could give it to the Hummels. They have so little.
Good. The tree goes to the Hummels then. But what about Mr. Lawrence?
What about him?
Mr. Lawrence.
Yes, Mr. Lawrence. You.
Me?
You chopped down my perfect Douglas fir. I should have had you arrested.
I'll make it up to you, sir.
With what?
I'll plant 6 more.
12
And I'll chop your firewood for a few days.
weeks. And I hope such an incident never happens again. You have ruined my day.
He, loves his trees. I'm Theodore Laurence III, but everyone calls me Laurie. I've come to live here in Concord. I play the piccolo, haven't slept standing up, and I won a medal at school for holding my breath nearly 3 minutes before passing out. I think that was terrifically daring of you, chopping down grandfather's tree. Well, goodbye.
Theodore Lawrence III. Would you mind delivering this tree to the Hummels?
Joe!
Oh, I don't mind at all.
He doesn't mind.
Just point me in the right direction.
They live half a mile down the road. The red house with the broken shingles.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas!
Joe, you must think before you act on every whim.
I just wanted us all to have a wonderful Christmas.
Joe, a letter's come from Father.
Christopher Columbus!
Do you read the letter, Marmee?
My dear wife, the war goes on and on. The end seems nowhere in sight. The days are difficult and long, but I am well.
He's well.
Still, it's very lonely away from my dear ones, especially lonely as Christmas is approaching. Each night in my tent, I think of my precious girls.
He thinks of us.
Give them all my love and give them a sweet kiss. Tell them to be good girls, faithful and hardworking, and to conquer that which is disagreeable in them. So that when I return, I'll be fonder and prouder than ever of my little women. Why are we looking so glum? Do we have an operatic tragedy to perform or not?
We do.
Then we have work to do. There are costumes to complete. And we'll need an oleo curtain for you to paint.
And will you perform something, Marmee? Do, Marmee?
I'll write something thrilling for you with passion and daring.
Yes, I will. We'll make this the best Christmas ever. We March women are invincible. Come, let's get to work.
I'll get my paint. I'll look for a costume for Marmee, and I'll design the handbill.
I still don't know why we couldn't have kept the tree.
My dear husband, write a letter, be inventive, tell you everything is fine, be attentive to the distance, send my love with every line, every word should bring you closer and caress you with its tone. Nothing should remind you that I am here alone. I can't tell you what I'm feeling. I can't talk about the war. How the pealing of the church bells brings the battle to a door. I don't know which part is harder, but I know what's unknown. Or raising little women when I am here alone. Counting days, praying for news. Is this the life we meant to choose? Do you know how much I miss you at this hour of the day? How I wish you were the twilight, come to take my fears away. Can I manage for young women? I'm not certain I know how. Will I be there when they need me? Do I fail them even now? I wish that you were with me. Wish that I could breathe. The night seems so much longer now that I am here alone.
Josephine? Josephine, is that you? Josephine. Good morning, Aunt March. Do you know the hour? Almost 10, I believe.
Your workday with me begins at 9. You've missed reading to me. Still haven't repaired the latch on the cellar door.
I got delayed. I'm fine finding you this beautiful flower?
Don't trifle with me, Josephine. You were dawdling.
I wasn't dawdling. I was writing a story.
You are what happens to a girl when she has no father.
I have a father.
Never here when you need him. And now my nephew has the audacity to be an army chaplain when he can't even support his own family. Josephine, listen to me. You are on the verge of womanhood.
Christopher Columbus.
And look at you. You go about writing senseless stories, constantly trying to save the world. You can't save yourself.
I don't need saving.
There are many pitfalls a girl can fall into, and Josephine, you're headed towards all of them. I want to see you shine. Even if you can't be rich, at least you could marry well.
I'll never marry.
Oh, you marry? All girls marry.
I'm not all girls.
With the right marriage, you can have power. You can take your place in society.
I don't give two figs about society.
Well, there's no point now having this conversation. It's clear to me now I could never take you to Europe.
Take me to Europe?
It was an idle thought of mine.
Do you know how important it is for a writer to travel? It's been my dream on March.
We earn our dreams in this world, Josephine. It's foolish of me to think you could ever change your ways.
I could try.
You could never bend your will. You could never follow through. You could never bite your tongue, though your tongue may speak in truth. If you want to live your dreams, these are things you have to do. How could you change? You can't. You.
I could change if I wanted to.
Could you practice self-control? Could you possibly be shy? Could you wear a corset tight in the heat of mid-July? These rules you must obey, every one which you defy. You'll never change. You wrote, that's why. Yet somewhere deep in my heart I do believe you could captivate the world. If you could change, there is so much you could achieve. In time you could succeed and travel very far indeed. You could be beguiling,
Charming me.
someone well-mannered, a model of grace. Learn the art of smiling.
That could be hard.
It isn't very hard. Someone full of dreams like you. If you work, you'll find there's nothing you can't do.
So if I change, we'll go to Paris.
Change completely or don't waste my time.
If I change, we'll stop in Antwerp.
Gracious living will make you sublime.
If I change, you'll take me to Zurich.
Every city from Dublin to Cannes.
Surely, with your guidance, I could learn to use feminine wiles within line. I could be beguiling. I could learn charm a donkey for a chance to see the world. Learn the art of smiling. I could button up my mind and keep my thoughts perfumed and pearled. Yes, I surely think I could.
If you could, that would be good.
There's nothing that I wouldn't suffer to see in the world. I can do it if I try. I can do it by sheer will.
All you have to do is work to acquire any skill. So the things a girl must do when she has dreams she must fulfill. Change how you walk and how you talk. Change how you think and how you are.
Hold my breath and hold my tongue. Do what it takes to travel far.
Could you? Could you? Could you?
Yes, I could.
Good.
Me? You think so?
Meg!
I can't go. Meg, why not? Look at me. Every girl in Concord my age has been to a ball, and I've never worn anything like this. Anything like this.
I wore that very same dress to my first ball, and it didn't look half so good on me. Margaret March! You've been dreaming of Annie Moffat's St. Valentine's Day ball for months. You can't walk away from it now.
I'm not built for gowns.
You look very alluring.
I think the word is alarming, Marmee. Meg's the beauty, look at her. She'll be the most sought-after girl at the ball.
She doesn't want to go.
Meg!
What will I do when someone asks me to dance?
Just smile and say, I'd be delighted.
Delighted.
Then offer him your hand.
Delighted.
Delighted. Now let him take command.
I'm hardly delighted.
You're dancing like a candle.
No, I cannot dance tonight. I'd be delighted. Then you go. The music is entrancing. Hypnotic.
The sound of men romancing.
Delighted. Delighted. And some of them are glancing.
People everywhere.
Elegance to spare.
How can I be sure they'll like me when I'm there? I can see you dancing all night.
Think about what you said, and when Joe comes home, you can apologize. Now come, girls, get ready for bed. Amy?
Coming!
had this gigantic ear trumpet and she kept shouting at me, "What's that you say, my dear?"
She's dead!
She got so close I ended up spilling the entire glass of punch on her.
No!
And then Annie Moffat said to me, "Can I be of help, Sally?" Sally? Who is Sally?
I think it's her dog.
I ought to box her ears!
Oh, don't! We'll take a minute and then we'll go back as if nothing had happened, with our heads held high.
Yes, you're right. As a young lady who is soon to go abroad and do amazing things, I shall return poised and elegant, brimming with confidence. I shall sit...
Whoa, excuse me!
Christopher Columbus! You!
Me!
What are you doing here?
I passed out. Too much dancing, I guess.
Too much punch, I'd say.
Laurie! Laurie! Laurie? There you are. Where have you been? I've been looking everywhere for you.
Oh, Mr. Brooke, I
Your
want you to...
grandfather will be furious. There's some important people he wants you to meet.
And I have. These are the March girls I've been telling you about. The ones from across the way. This is Meg, right? And that's Joe. She cuts our firewood on occasion. This is Mr. John Brooke, a scholar from Boston.
I'm Laurie's tutor. Come, Laurie.
Sir, you've taken my dance card.
Your dance card? Oh, is this yours? Sorry. So you're Margaret March.
Yes, I am.
It's a splendid party, isn't it?
Yes, quite lovely. So you're from Boston?
Actually, Maine.
Oh, well, I've never been to Maine.
You should go. It's a beautiful country. Very primitive.
Oh, well, I like primitive.
Really?
Oh, Mr. Brooke is a romantic.
Oh, is that so?
No. I read Keats and Kelly. I mean, Keats and Shelley.
Well, so do I.
You read Keats and Shelley?
Yes, all the time.
Christopher Columbus.
Would you like to dance, Miss March?
Meg, we were about to join the ladies in the salon.
I'd be delighted, Mr. Brooke. Excuse us, Joe.
Did you see that? He just... What is it with you and that smile?
You make me beam.
Well, you look ridiculous.
You're looking very fetching tonight.
Fetching, really?
So tell me, when you aren't attending balls, what do you do?
I write blood and guts stories. I make extraordinary plans. I'm going to Europe. I'm going to meet famous writers and revolutionaries. And what about you? What do you do? Marmee says you're all alone in the world, no mother or father. That must be awful for you.
It's not awful. I've got a cranky old grandfather. And I've got a cat. And I've got... What? Well, I was hoping to say you.
Me? You don't have me.
I know I have the right, but sometimes late at night, I watch you in the attic, pacing back and forth like a maniac. I've never met a girl like you, anyone at all like you. But this is very nice, such a lovely party, the music sounds so thrilling. It makes a person feel like dancing. I'm very good. I won a medal for dancing in school.
I don't dance. Besides, I've got a patch on the back of my dress.
A patch? Oh, let me see! Oh, I like it! Oh, that patch will start a whole new fashion. Dance will be the night, and I guarantee you by next spring, every girl in Concord will be wearing a patch on her dress. We could do 100 things, do anything you please. We could fly on open wings across the 7 seas. I bet we get a camel through an eagle if you take a chance on me.
You are a lunatic.
We could catch 1,000 stars and send them on a pin. We could leave from here to Mars and make the planet spin. If you want to do all the things you've ever dreamed of, come on, take a chance on me. We could be such friends. Friends are never lonely. I know is books. Books are solitary, but I see you every day. How you live in your own way, and you make me wanna dare take that chance on you.
All right, we can box if you like.
Box?
Ready.
I should warn you, I won a medal for boxing in school.
So that's how you win medals?
No, you cheat! Whoa. Could live your dreams, but only if we dare you win. Could go to such extremes, there's so much we could share. We'll circle the world doing all we ever dreamed of, and we'll live in our own way. And I'll see you every day. We'll be the best of friends when you take a chance on me. What do you say? Try me?
I challenge you to a skating race tomorrow at the pond. Come on!
We'll circle the world doing all we ever dreamed of. 'Cause you'll take a chance. Yes, you'll take a chance. Finally take a chance on me.
Marmee, they're home.
Meg?
Excuse me, Mrs. March. John Brooke, Laurie's tutor. We were dancing and ankle may be sprained. Thank you. Well, good night.
Good night.
The evening began very strangely, but ended magnificently. Good night.
Good night. Can you walk on?
Oh, it's nothing, Marmee. Tell us about the ball.
I tried to do all these ladylike things, Marmee, that went unnoticed, except by Mr. Lawrence's grandson. And poor Meg. No one even asked her to dance except that pompous Mr. Brooke.
Oh, well, he danced divinely. And I had the best time. Actually, the best time in my life. Well, I may have left here a girl, but came home a woman.
A woman? What's she talking about? Meg?
It's just Meg being silly, Marmee.
Oh, girls, off to bed now. It's been a long day for all of us.
Beth, darling, look what I brought you. A truffle.
Thank you, Joe.
Amy,
Good night, Marmee. I'm sorry for the things I said, Joe.
And for you, Miss March, a petty 4. A little squashed, but still edible.
Thank you.
coming, Joe?
I just want to put the finishing touches to my story.
Don't be too long. And see that the fire is out.
Amy! Amy! Amy, where are you? Amy! Joe? Amy!
Joe, what is it?
Amy! What did you do with my story? What did you do? I was
Your time will come, Amy.
No! My time will never come! I'm always forgotten, I'm always last, I'm never invited anywhere, I have nothing special!
That's enough, Amy. Both of you, look at me. I can't demand you two love one another, but I do demand you live together with respect.
I hate the way I look. I hate this nightgown.
It was mine.
I want something that's mine. And I'll take back that fan.
I'm so sorry.
It's not your fault. But you did give birth to her.
Can't you see she wants to be like you? She wants to have what you have. She's just a child, Joe.
She's not just a child. She's a demon in a child's body.
Joe, if I could bring your story back, I would.
My writing is everything to me, Marmee. It's who I am. It's my future. It's my passion.
That passion is still in you. Believe me, Joe, it's still there.
I'll never forgive her.
You're not wrong, Joe, to feel anger. But if you build a wall between you and Amy, the one person you may end up hurting is yourself. And I couldn't bear that. Try and get some sleep.
I can't sleep. I won't. I will never fall asleep again. Not for decades, no, not even then. My life was in this story. How could she be so cruel? How can so much be lost so easily? I wrote my heart out. It does not seem fair. I'll rage until I'm withered. I'll grow cold and bitter. Carlotta, the mad woman in the attic, a creature of gall. I like this. A spinster, rejected by the world, changed her appearance. Yes. She attached golden braids to her hair. How long has it been snowing?
Enough. The ice is magnificent today. Joe, come!
Laurie, finishing the story.
Finish it later. Come race me. I want to win one race before the winter's over.
I'll give you a 2-minute head start.
2 minutes?
And still beat you.
Go with them. Joe doesn't want me. Go anyway. She hasn't talked to me in 3 weeks. I drew a picture of her with her beautiful hair and she just ignored it. Besides, my ice skates don't fit me anymore. Take mine. Can I really? Thank you, Beth. I hope one day I can be sweet like you. You are sweet.
Watch where you're going.
Sorry, Mr. Laurence.
That piano sounds terrible.
It needs a tuning, sir.
Where's my grandson, Laurie?
I'm sure he'll be home soon.
The boy's missed 6 lessons, fallen behind in all his work. I have strictly forbidden him to associate with this family.
But why, sir?
Because a man needs an iron will if he is to succeed in this world, and this family will only soften him. Which one of the dreadful little March girls are you?
I'm dreadful, Beth.
Oh yes, you're the one Laurie says wants to play my priceless piano. It is out of the question. The piano belonged to my daughter, Laurie's mother, and it has been locked since she passed away, and that is how it shall stay. Are you afraid of me?
A little?
Why?
It might have something to do with your face, sir. It's very hard.
I cannot help my hard face. Continue what you were playing. Come now, I haven't got all day. Are you gonna play or not?
If you say, come with me off to Massachusetts, then to Massachusetts we will go. We will buy dishes there, maybe even 2 sets. Buy the finest china, then we'll dine a while on grapes and sets.
Go on.
We will build model boats off in Massachusetts, there in Massachusetts, by the bay. Put them together and wait until the glue sets.
What's the matter now?
You don't remember the rest, sir?
While we'll wait, we'll polka for the folk along the parapet.
Ah,
To Massachusetts,
yes, we're off.
where the shops are sweet.
We will play
minuets off in Massachusetts, Boston, Massachusetts, Beacon Street. If you say, come with me off to Massachusetts, then to Massachusetts we will go. We'll buy dishes there, maybe even 2 sets. Buy the finest china, then we'll dine a while on crepes and sets. Yes, we're off to Massachusetts.
Yes, we're off.
Yes, we're off to where the shops are sweet. We will have no regrets off in Massachusetts, Boston, Massachusetts way.
Boston, Massachusetts, we
Boston, Massachusetts way we go. Well, goodbye.
Goodbye, sir.
Come visit me tomorrow. I'll find the key to that old piano, and we'll see if there's some music left in it. Will you come?
Yes.
And when you see Laurie, tell him I wish to see him at once.
Meg? What is it, Beth? Mr. Laurence was here. He invited me to come to his house and play his piano. Oh, Meg! He's really not as horrible as we imagined.
Meg! Beth!
Amy, what happened?
She fell through the ice!
She was skating by the bridge and suddenly the ice gave way. I got to her just in time.
She's careless, she's rash!
She just wanted to be with you. Here. I was skating so beautifully.
You don't think! You know you're not supposed to skate by the bridge. Everyone knows the ice by the bridge is dangerous.
But you didn't want me skating near you. I love your stories, Joe. I tried to write one to make up for what I did, but I couldn't think of anything to say. So I drew that picture of you with your beautiful hair.
And my big mouth.
You just ignored it.
You skate recklessly. If it wasn't for Laurie, you could have been killed.
Maybe it would have been better if I had.
You must never talk like that. When the ice broke underneath you, all I could think was I could have lost you.
Well, then go on, Joe. Forgive her. I think she
You
deserves
can't
it.
stop it. I was devastated when you burned my story. I didn't understand how you could do such a thing. Promise me. Promise you'll never think of me as an enemy, but a sister who loves you.
Promise, Joe. The March sisters forever.
Forever!
Forever!
And Laurie. Laurie, who saved Amy, made this day possible. I want to declare before everyone that on this day of forgiveness and joy, that you, Theodore Laurence III, who has valiantly lost all contests to me, I declare you our brother, the brother we never had. Swear to us your greatest oath of loyalty, an oath as dazzling as your charms.
I swore I'll follow you like royalty.
Come wear our royal coat of arms. From now on we are joined, and we shall not be parted. From this day on it's all for one, and one for all for life.
We'll live like musketeers.
Together we'll prevail. We'll be fine for all forever from now on.
Now each of us must swear for all eternity. Our bond shall never be undone.
Nothing shall sever this fraternity.
We'll always live and die as one. From now on we are joined, and we shall not be parted. From this day on it's all for one, and one for all for life. Together we will fight.
Our battles will be mine.
We'll be fine for all forever from now on.
On this wonderful day.
It's wonderful.
What I'll never forget. I am honored to say I am yours. So I don't know.
From this day on we swear that we shall not be parted. From this day on, no matter what, we'll fight for all for life. We'll conquer every foe. With our brother by our side.
If John Brooke were here, he'd be our brother too.
Faith and love,
We'll consider any friend.
loyal to the end.
We'll be fine for all forever.
We'll be fine for all forever.
We'll be fine for all forever from now on and on and on. From now on.
Mrs. March, we must be getting to the station.
Amy, darling, are you ready? Amy, Aunt March will be here soon.
You don't want to miss your train.
I'll need a few more minutes. I'm waiting for Joe. Tell me, I'm doing the right thing.
You're doing the right thing.
I've never left my girls before.
Your husband has pneumonia and he needs you to be with him in Washington.
I feel like I'm being torn in two. One part of
I'll
me here.
look in on the girls every day.
Thank you, Mr. Lawrence.
I'll just take this to the carriage. Good morning, Beth.
Morning, sir. I fixed you a basket of food.
Thank you, Beth.
Oh, Amy's almost ready. She's packing up half the house.
Where's Joe? I sent her to Aunt March's hours ago. She should have been back by now.
I'll go find her. Here's the shawl that Father loves so much. Marmee, please don't make me go to Aunt March's house. It scares me. Everything's so old in it. I drew this picture of you with apple blossoms in your hair, the goddess of spring. It's for Father. Is he going to die? Oh, Amy.
No, Amy. I'll see to it that he recovers. Go get the rest of your things.
Marmee, I'm sorry I'm so late. I did get the money though.
Thank you, Joe. I know how difficult it is for you to ask Aunt March.
I didn't ask her. I couldn't. So I walked to the town common and I stood there all morning trying to sell my stories. Well, when that failed, I sold my hair.
You're bald!
I'm not bald.
But your hair was your best feature! She looks beautiful.
And Marmee will have money enough to get to Washington and stay with Father as long as he needs her. Here, $27.25. I threw in a few coins I had stashed away.
You shouldn't have done this, Joe. I'm so
Disappointed.
proud. It was a very courageous thing to do. Thank you, Joe.
The carriage is ready, Mrs. March.
Joe, you look different.
Mrs. March, we must hurry if we want to make it to the train.
By summer, I guarantee that every girl in Concord.
Laurie!
Come, let me hold my girls.
We've never been parted before. I feel awful.
I'll look after everything, Marmee, don't worry.
My dear Marguerite, make certain your husband recovers.
Yes, Aunt March. Thank you for taking Amy. Amy, tell Aunt March how excited you are.
I'm so excited about living with you while Marmee's in Washington.
Naturally.
No glum faces. Oh, and no tears. Oh, I'll be back as soon as possible. How did you all grow up so fast? Goodbye, Aunt March.
And you'll tell Father how much I miss him and love him?
Josephine, what have you done?
I sold my hair so Marmee could have a safe journey to Washington.
You did what? Told you if you need money, come to me.
I was hoping to earn my own money.
Cutting one's hair and selling it like a beggar is not an option for a lady. You look like a shorn sheep. Have you forgotten our contract?
I never forget it. Traveling, seeing Europe, Paris, London.
You don't live up to your part of the bargain. Why should I live up to mine?
I've tried to live up to my part of the bargain. I went to a ball. I read books on etiquette. I improved my manners. I practiced dancing with Meg. And I held my tongue in several situations when I wanted to scream out. I've got a fire in me on March.
Well, just see how far this fire gets you in life. See what doors this fire opens. See what society thinks of your fire.
To hell with society.
Josephine!
We don't live for society. We live for what we have inside of us. To expand our minds, fulfill our dreams, engage in passionate exchanges.
That is enough. You think you know everything, and you know nothing. As for Europe, you can forget it. Europe is meant for someone with a little more understanding of its rewards.
Aunt March, please.
The subject is closed.
The subject is not closed. And if it is, I open it back up again. I'll go to Europe. I will. I'll go to Europe if I have to swim there. Hello, John.
I like your haircut, Joe.
And my hair will grow back.
And just who is this man?
He's Laurie's tutor and a friend.
Well, tell your friend to keep his visit brief. Amy, collect your things. I'll be waiting for you in the carriage. I have plans for you.
Yes, ma'am. John, what have you done?
I enlisted. I couldn't stand by any longer. Your own father is in a hospital in Washington. I have friends who will never return.
Oh, when do you leave?
Tonight. Meg.
Margaret, I'm not a rich man, and I'm not particularly handsome.
No, you're very handsome, John.
Really? You think so? I'm not the wisest man in the world.
So you're very wise.
Oh, thank you. Meg.
Margaret.
If you could find it in your heart, if you could love me as I love you, if only you care while we are apart, then I would be rich, I would be wise, I would be more than I am.
Wait for your return. Wait for
Every day. Twice a day. 5 times a day.
It's settled.
What?
We'll all go to Europe. Why shouldn't we go? Here we are, young women on our own, taking care of ourselves. It's time we looked ahead. We'll save our pennies. I'll get a real job. I've worked out our itinerary. We'll go to Spain first, Madrid, then to Rome, visit the Vatican, have an audience with the Pope. It's a wonderful idea, isn't it?
So Joe, I'm engaged. Joe proposed and I accepted. Meg, that's so romantic. Engaged, Meg's engaged. Have a big wedding. Aunt March says they're very fashionable. Amy, Aunt March is waiting for you. I'll come visit you later. Bye, everyone.
What about our promise to remain together?
We made that a long time ago. I've changed. Joe, you've changed.
I haven't changed. I never make a promise one day and then break it another. Our word is everything, Meg.
I love him.
So you love him. I'm talking about us, Meg. We're alone now. We only have each other. Our future as a family is at stake. You can't turn your back on us.
I'm not turning my back on you.
I told you. I'm going to become a famous writer.
I know.
I'll give you everything you ever dreamed of.
But if she loves him, Joe, I do. With all my heart and soul.
I've lost Meg.
You haven't lost Meg.
I've lost my trip to Europe.
You'll find your way there someday, Joe. I know you will. You can do anything. You can make the clouds disappear.
It's you who makes the clouds disappear.
Come, walk with me and tell me all about your adventures today.
Well, I sold my hair.
Yes.
And before that, I stood in the common, and when no one paid attention to me, I cried out, "Joe March is here!" And then I recited my story, Carlotta, the Mad Woman in the Attic.
Carlotta, the mad woman in the attic. A creature of gall, a spinster rejected by the world, hungry for blood, rose from the dark. Joe! Joe March! Her eyes were beady red, her hair ghastly white. Joe, it's your best friend, Theodore Laurence III! And her fingers clenched with rage as she went out into the wretched night.
Laurie? Laurie? Laurie! Laurie! Christopher Columbus, it's so good to see you! You've not been here in weeks!
Oh, I was in Boston. I have dreadful news.
What news?
With the war ended, grandfather has insisted I get on with my life. He enrolled me in school.
What?
I'm going off to college in time for the summer session.
Oh, that's wonderful news.
What's wonderful about it? Leaving the best friend I ever had?
I can't imagine life in Concord without you. Not seeing your silly grin every day.
I don't want to go.
You've got to go. This is an incredible opportunity. A college, I'd go in a minute. I'd study everything.
What do you need of schools? You're going to be a famous writer.
Famous.
I tell you something.
Tell me something.
Ever since the first day I saw you, do you remember that day?
Of course.
The day you chopped down grandfather's cherished tree? I knew then that you and I would be magnificent together.
We are magnificent together.
Oh, my sweet Joe. For weeks now, months even, this whole year actually, I wanted to.
What was that?
kiss.
I know it was a kiss.
It was my first kiss. I've thought about it a long time. We could live a million dreams, but only if we dare. We could go to such extremes, there's so much we could share.
What's got into you?
Look, I took part of my inheritance and I bought you this ring.
A ring? What are you talking about?
I want to marry you.
Marry me? Oh, stop this, Laurie. It's not funny.
You know, I practiced saying the words over and over again. Marry me. Marry
Have
me.
you gone mad?
I love you, Joe. And I want you to be my wife.
No. No. Find someone else. I'll find some accomplished girl.
I don't want an accomplished girl. I want you.
But you can't have me.
At least say you'll think about it.
There's nothing to think about. I will never marry.
You don't mean that.
I do mean it.
So you'll marry.
I won't.
You will. Just not me. That's what you're really saying. You'll find someone.
Go away. I thought you understood me.
You knew all along how I felt. Everybody knew.
You knew all along who I am. What I want. I bared my soul to you, Laurie. Go away.
Joe!
Please just go. Who is he? Who is he who is marrying me? With his ring and is marrying me? The nerve, the gall. This is not what was meant to be. How could he ruin it all with those 2 words? I thought I knew him, thought that he knew me. When did he change? What did I miss? A kiss when I thought all along that we were meant to forge frontiers. How could I be so wrong? And I need my sisters here. If I can't share my dreams, what were they for? I thought I promised that we would never change and never part. I thought together we'd amaze the world. How can I live my dreams or even start when everything has come apart? I thought home was all I ever wanted. My attic, all I ever need. Now nothing feels the way it was before, and I don't know how to proceed. I only know I'm meant for something more. I've got to know if I can be astonishing. There's a life that I am meant to lead, alive like nothing I have known. so